Hello, guys. Welcome. So, yeah, this is probably why God has me on Connection Day today. My connection is going in and out. Let me see if I move around this a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to day 5. Yes, I asked everybody today to dress in the way you would dress or look if you felt like you had manifested all your goals, you were successful at the things you've been trying to succeed at. And I said, look the part. Now, for some of us, that could be really relaxed. But for me, when I feel like I've manifested everything that I've been trying to manifest and I reached all my goals and I'm just relaxing and chilling, baby, I'm going to find a reason to be sexy and cute every chance I get. So, hey, everybody. Let me come back down to earth. So, today we are opening to receive. Yesterday we started the movement, we started the process. However, today I wanted to just close out with that process, really close out, because starting it just kind of leaves you there. I wanted to kind of like complete it, not close out, but complete that process of opening up to receive. But first, give yourself a round of applause if you've been here every day so far since May 25th when we started. You are on day 5 of the Rebirth Challenge. So you've done it, literally. So take a moment and cheer yourself on, like small accomplishment. I made it through 5 days of the Rebirth Challenge. That means I took 5 days, put it aside to love on me, and I did it. Now, are you seeing the results? Are you feeling the results? Because that's really the thing with S.T.E.A.M. Do you feel a shift? My first workshop I started was called Feel the Shift. And that's literally what I do. I help you to shift your energy and get into alignment with what you want to manifest. I'm Amina Hextor Suma, the creator of Soul Transforming Energy and Movement. And that was a backwards way of introducing myself to those who may not know who I am, but there you have it. And I just want to congratulate those of you who have been committed. And I want to encourage you guys to make sure you're up to date with the self work, because the grand prize can only be won if all of the self work has been completed. So today, I only had one person that completed the self work assignment, and that was Stacey Ellis. Therefore, she automatically, I don't have to do a raffle drawing. She automatically has won the prize. Hey, Tish. Hey, Lay. I'm able to actually see comments. This is crazy. All this time I couldn't see comments. So, Stacey, your prize is you won the free, I'll remember to write it down, the free audio or video recorded reading. You get to choose which one you would prefer. And I send you either the link to your video or I leave the audio recordings in your Messenger account. Now, this next self-work assignment, the prize is a free S.T.E.A.M session via Zoom with me. Okay. Or you could take 50% off of my intuitive guide certification course. So you get to choose if you win the prize. But remember, you got to be registered in order to be entered into the raffle. Now, today's focus. Oh, by the way, this is something I needed to throw out there. The bonus days will take place live on YouTube, not here in the group. All right. They will be live on my YouTube channel. By now, everybody here should be subscribed to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys are. If you're not, just look for okay, the symbol, and S.T.E.A.M with Amina. Okay, so literally it's S.T.E.A.M with Amina. All right, and that's what we'll be. I'll put the link, of course, here in the group for those who missed this video. Okay, but it'll be tomorrow and the day after. at 7 p.m. live on YouTube. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do today is we are opening up to let in bigger and multiple dreams. All right. I'm an energy shifter, as I said, which goes along with the mindset, the emotions, spirit, and the physical to get you into alignment with what it is you want to manifest. That's for the better good of you and all those around you. So, what I want to do is discuss really quickly before we even get into the activity is the struggles that light workers have around being prosperous and abundant. This is something that a lot of my collective struggles with. I notice those that are in the same soul tribe as me, we tend to have similar issues. And you can write in the comments if you have the same issues. But a lot of us don't realize that we have negative mindsets when it comes to being prosperous and being abundant. First off, a lot of us, we see prosperity and abundance as money. We see wealth as money. And we don't realize that you can be abundant in many things, wealthy in many ways, prosperous in many ways. So I think when we focus on money, it kind of causes us to put up a little resistance and we don't realize it. Why? There's so many reasons for why. Um, Some of us came up with the mindset that you had to work really, 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 really hard to get money. And if you didn't work really hard, then you're not going to be prosperous. You're not going to make any money. When you grow up with that mindset, when your inner child has that mindset, it's difficult for you to honor small accomplishments. It's difficult for you to accept gifts because in your mind, you feel like, I didn't work hard for this. I don't deserve this because I didn't work hard for this. Or I did this. That was fun for me. That wasn't hard work. So I don't really deserve to get compensated. And that is the mindset that needs to shift. Then there's others in the collective who came up with the mindset that money meant greed. So people who get a lot of money are greedy. You might have used the term filthy rich. So that puts a negative energy on money, which is an energy. Everything has an energy to it. So if you want to be in alignment with that energy, you can't see it as filthy. You can't see it as something that only greedy people get. You can't see it as something that you cannot have unless you do a certain level of work. You have to see your relationship with the money as an energetic exchange. I send out energy, it attracts in money, and sometimes I send that money back out into the world to do things that I want the money to do. And energetically, it comes back to me in other ways. So I want to really shift our mindsets around money. I think that the collective has a grasp on abundance, being abundant, having a lot of something. We understand that wealth can show up in many different forms. I think by now everybody realizes that you could find wealth just in love, having loved ones, or the love that you receive is your wealth. It doesn't necessarily have to be dollar bills and debit cards and all that stuff, overflowing ATM machines. However, many of us have blocks around literally money. Some of it too can also extend from the fact that money has taken on many different forms. So where you might be trying to get in alignment with cash, or checks, a lot of people don't use checks these days. So it might be hard for you to get into alignment with that energy when it's something you don't see that often anymore. Very rare do you see a cash exchange these days. So you might want to visualize going to the ATM and having a huge total lump sum shown to you. You might want to visualize going in the bank and getting cash in that way. Or if you still feel very connected to the energy of the dollar, of the coin, then you can still visualize wealth coming in that form. Okay. But first, you have to work through the obstacles around money. So I have some fears, some things I listed that if you resonate with them, you can write it in the comments, as that is possibly your block. If you already know what your obstacle is when it comes to money, you could write that in the comments too. For myself, I would say, um, what can get in the way of money flowing in for me is the underlying fear of having a lot of money. Now, people are probably saying, I wouldn't be afraid if I had a whole lot of money. What's the fear? What's the underlying fear? Well, the underlying fear for me is the responsibility of making that momentum continue. And I think I get in the way of my money flowing because as it flows in, I'm already fearing it flowing out. I'm already thinking, oh my God, um, how do I maintain this? Oh my God, I'm seeing it get less and less and less and less and less. And as it's getting less and less, I'm falling more and more back into a lack mindset that I just cannot hold a huge lump sum of money. So whenever it looks like I'm going to get a large lump sum, that fear comes up again. I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to get this money. It's going to be gone. I ain't going to have nothing to show for it. And that is a fear that many people may have. And that's the one I'm working through, is knowing that I'm worthy of large lump sums of money, and that all I have to do is stay in alignment with the energy of money and not allow myself to fall into the fear of lack. And it's easier said than done. And that's why we're here today doing the work. Now, also, impatience can cause you to put obstacles in the way of your money, because when you're impatient, it kind of disconnects you from source. It means that you're not trusting that your spirit guides are doing the work, or that the divine itself is doing anything for you when it comes to that. So you become impatient. You start looking around. You're like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Where's this money at? I've been working hard, or I've been praying hard, or I've been meditating and visualizing it and journaling it. Where is it? Impatience puts you in the lack energy, because you looking around and saying, I don't see it, puts you into alignment with not seeing it. Do you understand? So it's like you could literally have somebody on the way to present you with a lump sum of money just because they love you. Yes, that's possible. Somebody has made it big, got a lot of money, and they love you and they want to give you a huge lump sum. Okay. But if you're not in alignment with receiving it, it won't make its way to you. So either that person will just keep forgetting, they'll keep spending it, then maybe one day they'll just be like, "Oh, I never got to go give that lump sum to so and so. Oh well, they probably don't need it." And that's because you no longer were in alignment with it, because you were impatiently noticing it's not there. So you're in alignment with not seeing it, not receiving it. You have to get into alignment with knowing it's coming, or knowing it's already yours. I'm just waiting for divine time. Then it'll be here in the physical, but it's already mine. I already got it. I'm not worried. That's the energy you want to be in to have your money come in. Okay. So that's another thing that can get you slow down your manifestations. Um, and then there's guilt. People who feel guilty and ashamed when they're giving anything. Peace, Stacy. I see some people today. Yay. Hey, Stephanie. Aravahidi Motasi. Okay. So, um, feeling like when you get a large lump sum of money, you feel like I'm being greedy, or or this is selfish, or I don't deserve this, or you know, that can also hinder it from coming in. You cannot have the mindset of feeling bad when you receive. And for a while, I was there. I used to be that person. Oh, somebody just gifted me something, and I felt weird. Like I was like, I got to do something. I got to give them something back. I still do that. Like people tell me, "Hey, I just gifted you that money," and I'm like, "I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna give it back." And they're like, "No, no, no, that was a gift." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna give it back." And that's the part of me that feels guilt when I receive. That can hinder the flow. There's probably a million more people that want to gift me money, but because when the momentum started, I kind of slowed it down. I came out of alignment. So what we want to do today is a simple energy shift, because a simple energy shift can make the biggest difference in what comes your way. Okay. That's why the assignment today was to get into the energy of manifesting. That's why I'm dressed like this today. That's why I have on makeup and all this stuff, because um the objective is for you to match the energy of what you want on the inside and on the outside. Okay. Look the part, feel the part, think it, and just embody it. Okay. And when you're doing that, by doing that and then taking the selfie, every time you look at that selfie, it'll remind you of being in that vibration, and it can keep you in it. Like, look at me there. That's my energy. If I had manifested everything I wanted and I succeeded at everything that I wanted to succeed at, this picture here is an example of how I would feel: relaxed, at peace, maybe ultra cute and sexy, maybe feeling like, you know, masculine and just wanting to like chill and hang out, or you might be, it depends. But I wanted you guys to get into alignment with it, okay? And validate yourself. Validate yourself. Look at your photo and say that person is worthy of everything they want to manifest, okay? Give yourself permission to glow up. You have to give yourself permission so that you can release the feelings of guilt and worry and shame around it, around desiring more. So, what I want to do is I'm going to teach you a steam routine while seated. Okay. And what it's meant to do is it's going to shift you into the energy of receiving. And these are some of the things that we'll be doing on the Bonessa retreat as well. I'll be doing steam sessions. Most of, if not all of my steam sessions during the retreat are going to be based around energy shifting into alignment with what you want to manifest. And during the trip, it's called Bonessa, peace. That's what it means. So we are manifesting peace. I want by the end of the trip, people to feel at ease and at peace, and having released inner child wounds or healed them, and ready for the new that 2026 is going to usher in. Okay. So you guys think about going on Bonessa. It's gonna be a great retreat. $300 holds your space, and then you could just make deposits all the way up until it's time, and bringing other people with you lessens your price as well. So y'all should think about that. But that to me is a step in giving yourself permission to glow up. I'm gonna invest in myself because now it's my time. It's time for me to do for me. So this dance, seated dance, is based around the dances Yankadi and Soli, which come from Guinea, West Africa. Okay, and I'm using the arm movements for various reasons. So I'm going to show you the movements, then I'll put on the music. So the first of the movements come from the heart center. I'm doing a lot of heart-based work this week because because that's where a lot of healing is needed. So the first movement is the right arm going out and coming in, left arm going out and coming in, both arms going out and coming in. Notice I'm returning to the hand mudra for support and inner knowing, and both arms go out and come in again. Okay. So it's 1 in, 2 in, both in, both in. This process is receiving, not being in a state of shame or guilt, just gathering in all the blessings, all the blessings, all of the blessings that are meant for you. Feeling safe and supported. All right. And that's why we bring it back to the heart. The 2-second moves are for clearing and receiving as well. But this here is really opening you up to the idea of abundance being yours. All right. The 2-second movements, the arms are back. This is a clearing. Whenever you see me do arm movements that usually are going backwards, it's a clearing of the past. So these movements here are to clear the past mindsets that were in the way of you being open and connected to prosperity. So you're going to do both arms back into the chest, back, and you can acknowledge both sides by looking in those directions to acknowledge that you are clearing the energy around you. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, right, in, left, in. The last movement, you're reaching up and bringing in. So it's like you're kind of um, calling in the blessings from above. 1, 2. Oops, 1, 2. Sorry if I hit the mic. 1, 2, 1, 2. From that position, we're going to sit here. Okay. And I'm going to guide you through some breath work. Now, I'm debating if I am going to use the music because I do want to guide y'all through the visualization process very quickly. You can use the music for the movements. Now, the music I'm using the song is called Dunya. Dunya is Malinke for the world. Okay. And it's music by a Guinean artist named Sidiki Konde. I used to tour and even sing these songs and everything with him as a part of Tokunu, his company. So I felt that this song here is a good song, to use for this movement since we are talking about abundance. And to me, the world is infinitely abundant. So let me turn it on. Okay, I don't know if it's loud enough, but I hope you can hear it. And just follow me and breathe. So we're going to breathe in first. Go in. Exhale. So the movements are to this count. Out, in, out, in, both, in, both, in, out, in, out, in, both, arms back, back, in, back, in, back, in, up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, back again, back, 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 up and down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm gonna go back to gathering. Reach out, bring it in, out, both, again, both, back, take it in, receive, 3, back again. It's an arm exercise, workout too, up and down. Now this time, mindset. Take in, receive, take in all that you deserve, receive all. You're worthy. Clear your heart of any past conditioning thinking, up and down, and open up to receive the blessings from above. Clear again, back. The past will no longer be in the way of you getting what you deserve, what you are worthy of. Last time, let's reach. Bring that in. The energy of abundance, bring it into your heart. Clear the space again. Clear out the old. and open to receive the new. Again, my arms said, Lord, but hey, if this is going to clear my energy, let's do it. Again. Last reach. One more. All right. Stay here in this position. I'm going to do some breathing. Okay. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in, filling up with the energy of abundance. However that feels in your body, embrace it, embody it. Exhale and let go of all the thoughts that get in the way of you receiving what you are worthy of. Take another deep breath in. Filling up with the light and love and support of your ancestral guides. Exhale. Feeling that connection to source energy, to God, as you naturally release from your body what no longer serves a purpose in it. Take another deep breath in and see yourself prosperous. Whatever wealth represents to you, see it in your mind's eye. And exhale, letting go of doubts, letting go of worries, letting go of stress, letting go of guilt, of shame. Sitting in an abundant energy, just breathing naturally. Open your palms up towards the heavens. And just breathe naturally. Seeing yourself receiving. Perhaps maybe feeling like money is being poured into your hands. Or just that you have this strong light energy shining from the center of your palms, attracting in all the abundance that you deserve. Affirm, I am worthy, and feel it through to your core. I am worthy of all I desire. 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 And you are. We all are. Slowly return to the space you're in by moving your feet, moving your legs, rubbing your thighs. If you've been sitting in one position for a long time, opening your eyes. You can stretch out your arms. And yeah, I hope that kind of made your energy clear up a little. Let me turn that off. One of the things with the reason why STEAM is so effective is because one of the things that I've learned through my years of dancing, and I'm not going to use this because we just did the breath work already without this. But what I learned through my years as a dancer is that when I dance, my mind is free. And when your mind is free, you can shift it into alignment with whatever you decide to focus on while you're moving. So I created this movement exercises because I felt like when you're dancing, you're able to shift your mindset easier. You're so busy thinking of the movement, so it's easy to think of abundance. And let me make sure my hand is bringing in all that I deserve and I'm worthy of. You're not sitting here thinking, I ain't got no money. I got bills to pay tomorrow. Oh, Lord, God help me, please. You're not thinking that. And that's why, to me, STEAM is so powerful because you it shifts you right into alignment. It's like a radical healing. You get right snapped out of your former mindset and into a new one, and then it's on you to maintain the momentum, which is why I give the exercises and the affirmations and rituals and things you can do to stay in alignment, okay, once you shift. So now I want to give a collective read. The collective reading is going to be telling you what is in the way of your abundance. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be abundant, you know, even if it's an abundance of wonderful relationships, an abundance of money, an abundance of opportunities to travel, an abundance of opportunities to work, you know, whatever it could be. Abundance at the end of the day is pretty much at the top of everybody's list. So most of my work is around that, helping people get into alignment with their manifestations, with what they want to bring in. Okay, so we're going to find out today, just clearing the space with some Palo Santo, what is in the way of the collective's abundance? Like, what could it be? Is it a mindset shift that's necessary? Um, is it people that are toxic in our energy we still need to get rid of? Um, is it a career? Is it just, we're going to find out as a collective what could be in the way of our abundance. Now, for my VIPs, I'm going to let you know what needs healing. We're going to look at your inner child today. What in the inner child is wounded? That's literally, you know, we could put a finger right on what is the block. And then I'm also going to pull tarot cards for my VIPs in regards to their abundance, what's coming in, what you can expect. So if anybody is here that is a 1-day VIP, meaning you sent in a $10 donation and I don't say your name, you have to write it in the comments that you did send it in. VIPs for today, I have Lay Knight, Dominique Johnson, Caitlin Shackelford, and Stacy Ellis. All right. So let me do the collective read. I think I've done enough fumigating. You put it here. I don't want to burn down the house. Okay. All righty. Move this to the side. So let's see. Oh, by the way, before I get all into this, I'm looking at the wrong day. I was like, what? Why? Why is it saying tell them about my new moon reading? That been passed. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, so the next self work, it will be posted um probably a few hours after we're done. What is the assignment? You're going to be asked to list 3 old money beliefs and 5 new ones. So 3 old ones that maybe were getting in the way of you getting your prosperity, financial wealth, and then 5 new mindsets that you have that will bring attracted in. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. But it'll be in the group. All self-work will always be in the private Facebook group. The bonus sessions, though, will be on YouTube. Okay? All right. But I'll remind y'all tomorrow. Okay. So let's get into this collective read. Guess I'll use Tarot of Oppositions for the collective. So that means reversals will be honored. So we're going to take a look at what is in the way of the abundance of the collective. Now, some of you here may not be struggling with abundance. Some of you may not be struggling with financial abundance. You may be struggling with abundance in other areas of your life. An abundance of time for leisure, for recreation, wanting an abundance of maybe you're looking for new relationships in regards to networking and business or just friendships in general. So abundance, like I was telling you guys, don't get stuck in the idea that abundance means money all the time. But in this case, I am trying to take a look at overall where we are blocking an abundance of goodies from coming in. So let's see what could be in the way for the collective. We have the Page of Pentacles. I'll show them to you in a minute. The Knight of Swords reversed. The Five of Pentacles. The Devil card. And the Eight of Cups reversed. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands reverse. A lot of our issues as a collective when it comes to being abundant has a lot to do with knowing your worth and not selling yourself short or lowering your value or dimming your light for anyone. Maybe a lot of us in the collective, you worry about stepping on other people's toes. Maybe you dim your light because you don't want too much attention, but I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles here. All right. It's showing that opportunities do come in for abundance. We do get offers, but maybe we see them as not being big, that we are not offered big sums of money. The Knight of Swords reverse. There's something with not communicating clearly, and then being angry when you're not treated accordingly, a certain way. So what I'm seeing here is being offered money and maybe feeling like it's not really a lot, then being angry about it, but it's our fault. We accepted it. We undervalue ourselves. And then we're in an energy of lack. This is the Five of Pentacles upright, which shows a woman looking like she's begging for handouts. Okay. So there is a lack mindset. And then I feel like there's a blame. There's no owning where there is an issue on your part. It's like we are more looking outside of ourselves. Oh, these people don't see my worth, or these people aren't supportive, or these people are gypping me, or whatever. When really it's us. We're not communicating what we want clearly, okay, or what we require, what we need. And that's even with the spirit realm. You have to communicate clearly. Now, the devil's here, it's not reversed. So at least thank God we're not like in the negative of the devil. But when you see the devil, it does have a lot to do with maybe obsessing over something, um, idolizing something. And the Eight of Cups reversed. Coming back to something we should have walked away from. So for some of us, it could be people or a career that is toxic. That we don't, maybe it's been around so long, we've been doing it so long, it's not giving, but we keep going back and doing it anyway. That's what I'm getting here for some of us as an abundance block, constantly returning to something that no longer serves. And it could be a person too. But, it's like knowing that this is done, time is done with this now, it's no longer fulfilling. But because it's something that I think is familiar, or is what has always been done, or it's what you idolize as that is the way to my abundance. Either it's being with a person or accepted by a certain group. um you know, it could be a certain career. Whatever it is, they're saying we've already realized that this something is not giving, and that it's time to move on. Stop going back to something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling, and start to be clear about what you need and what you deserve. Get out of this lack mindset. Even when you are offered something you feel is beneath you for what you have to offer, it's because you're not communicating your worth and standing in it. And that is what is in the way for the collective. Because with the Queen of Wands to be reversed, it also lets me know, and the King of Pentacles is right under it, right side up. All you have to do is to know that you are magic. You're magical. You can manifest. You're a child of God. We have attributes that connect us to our father, mother energy. Therefore, you can have whatever you want. You just have to believe in yourself. With it reverse, it's like not really believing, dimming the light a little bit, not seeing the greatness in yourself, and losing your passion for something, but still sitting in it. So if you're in a career and it's just not giving anymore emotional satisfaction, it's time to let it go. If you're dealing with a relationship that's doing that, stop going back. It's time to let that go. Um, yeah. There's something better for you out there, even though this might look like the end all be all. There's something better, okay, for all of us. And if there's any communities you're trying to get to accept you and see your value and your worth, I'm seeing here that rely on spirit, your spiritual team, your spirit team got us covered. Okay. Don't look to people to recognize your greatness. Look to yourself and look to the divine and stand in your light, and everything else will fall into alignment, is what I'm hearing. But there has to be clear communication, and there has to be the mindset that I won't go back to somewhere that I was mistreated. I won't go back to someone or some place that undervalued me, that didn't see my worth. Okay. That is the mindset. I'm not going to return and keep doing the same thing that does not, fulfill me emotionally. Okay. That is the message for the collective. Anything else? The star, and it's upright. Maintain your faith. Keep faith alive and trust that what you desire is coming in. The star card speaks of trusting in the Most High, trusting in your guides, that what you're wishing for, what you're praying for, is going to manifest. Okay? And that's what I have for the collective today. I'm going to move on to my VIPs. VIPs today, you're getting, and also thank you all. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just cut y'all and go to the VIPs, but thank you guys for being here with me today. Remember, bonus sessions are live on YouTube, and tomorrow I'm going to be going over the healing attributes of West African dance, how I use it in S.T.E.A.M to heal, and we're going to do some African dancing. And the last bonus day is going to be about intuition and sparking and tapping into yours. And I'll probably be doing a lot of card pulls and readings that day. Of course, the VIPs are going to get the most attention, but I told people, I said, sign up as VIP. You will regret it if you don't. Okay, so y'all already knew. All right. Love you guys. Send in light and love. You can hang around, of course, as always, if you like to watch the readings of the VIPs. If this is where we part ways, I'm sending you love and light on your journey. And let me go with the first VIP. I think I saw a late night first, so I will pull your cards. It's going to be 3 tarot cards and 1 healing the inner child card to tell you exactly what aspect of your inner child could be in the way of your abundance. And then 3 cards are going to be pulled um, to take a look at what's attempting to come in at this time if you heal this inner child wound. All right. So, late night, we're going to start with your inner child moon that is in the way of her abundance. Wow. Okay. I guess I have to take it. It jumped out. You have embrace. Usually, embrace has something to do with feeling unsupported and yeah, disconnected. So I'm going to go into the book for you, but this is the inner child wound that needs to heal for your abundance to come in. All right, late night. I'm just getting, there's something about not feeling safe or secure as a child when it came to finances. And all right, so let me shut up and read. Okay. So this has a lot to do with your connection to the world as well, to feeling comfortable in your body, feeling comfortable about who you are. And that can also be what's in the way of your abundance. Maybe there's a need to embrace all aspects of yourself, that maybe you're dimming some aspects or you're not embracing all of you. They're saying there's nothing to be ashamed of. The earth is your mother and she's here with you and for you always. So if you feel separate from the world, they want you to know that that is in the way of your abundance. You're made of the elements of the earth, and to the earth you shall return at the end of your life. So you have to know your connection there. All right. Um, yeah. This card is a reminder that you're perfect and lovable just as you are. Okay. And allow the elements of this planet to embrace you and your inner fire to guide you. That's what the book says. So you need to embrace all aspects of who you are, and feel the support from the world, your guides. And that's what you need to focus on, not on anyone else, but you embracing you, and standing in the light of who you are. And when you can do that, your money will flow in, or your abundance. So let's see what we got: the Eight of Swords, the Magician reversed, and the Seven of Cups reversed. So you may feel stuck in a certain predicament right now. All right. With this Eight of Swords, it lets me know that in your mind, you're kind of stuck when it comes to money. You feel like you really don't have a lot of options. You can't really move forward, but you're not realizing that you're manifesting this struggle, that you have a lot of choices with the Seven of Cups here, but you don't trust yourself to make these decisions when it comes to money. There's something about having a lot of options. It could be options of ways to make money. Um, yeah, but there's some kind of block there where you're not trusting these other options, or trusting yourself to be able to manifest abundance. So that's kind of getting in the way. We got the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands reverse. So with the Hierophant coming through, it does let me know there's spiritual work. There's spiritual work that you are currently doing. I'm almost hearing like you're going through an initiation process right now. So you feel stuck, but you're not. The objective is for you to step into your magician. They want you to get more connected to your inner manifester, and then you'll start to see stuff manifest. With the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of things that want to come your way, but it's reversed. It's been slowed down until you can get into alignment with your calling. And I do see with the Hierophant here, there is a spiritual calling for you. Um, yeah, there's something that's calling to you on a spiritual level. Um, could also be a marriage. Whatever it is, it's something that you don't trust yourself to make a proper decision on because you have a lot of different options. That is slowing it down. You have to trust yourself, embrace all aspects of who you are, let yourself step into alignment and shine, and everything will come in. Your main thing, your main issue when it comes to your abundance is going to be trusting yourself and the choices you make to bring in that abundance. Okay, that's what I got for you, late night. I hope it resonated. Sending you light and love. I am going to do Stacy next. Okay, Stacy. So let's see, what is the inner child wound that could be in the way of your abundance? You have acceptance. So there's some kind of blocks around when certain things go a certain way, being able to accept the things you can't change or the things you cannot fully control. Um, I will read it to you. So this is the card for the inner child wound, acceptance. When you accept what was, what is, and what is to be, We are truly at peace. It's only through surrender to love that we find a lasting connection with our unchanging essence, our higher self or soul, the part of us that is always blissful and trusting. Because it dwells beyond the pain and trauma of life, this self knows that love is not something you feel, it is who you are. Okay, so this card is inviting you to step into the possibility that acceptance is the doorway to love. And we can only truly love ourselves or another when we accept ourselves. So they're saying to accept what was, accept the things that have occurred, the situations that you had to go through, and integrate them, these past experiences, into your being, because through them you'll gain strength and vitality. So you need to check in with your younger self. And it might not even be your younger self, it could be just an aspect, a mindset, and offer some reassurance, you know, just some reassurance and breathe. Um, because your body is holding the memory of past things that it's just struggling to accept. You're welcome, Leg. And so it's time for you to accept certain things happen, certain things went a certain way, and now you need to shift into alignment with what is to come. Because as long as you're not able to get into the energy of accepting what already has happened, it's going to keep you in a repetitive cycle. Okay. All right. Let's get you your tarot. Okay. What can come in when she heals this wound? Yeah. Eight of Swords, two. Ace of Wands. The Four of Wands. Two of Pentacles. And Justice. Wow. Okay. So you're another one with this stuck energy, feeling like no matter what you do, it's difficult to move forward when it comes to abundance. It's like just feeling like you're stuck in the same level of abundance. You don't feel like you can expand. But there is a big opportunity that wants to come in. I mean, some real movement coming in for you that's going to bring stability. Um, the Ace of Wands here. Something's going to feel like it came out of nowhere, and it's going to revive a passion for something. Um, this could even be a relationship that comes in, because with the Four of Wands here, there's something about stability through a union. This could be marriage, or it could be a partnership when it comes to business. Whatever it is, it's a major opportunity that you're going to be passionate about, and it's going to bring some stability and a commitment. So it could be a contract, a long-term contract doing something, or it could be a marriage. Whatever it is, you got Two of Pentacles here. You may be doing more than one thing. You might find that you're juggling. It could be a relationship and work, or it could be two different careers that you're going to find you're juggling. However, if you feel out of balance with the juggling, they're saying put down one. You put down one. But this is justice. You're getting your just due. Everything is balancing out. Whatever work you've been doing, whatever mindset shifting you've been doing, or whatever you deserve that you feel like you haven't been receiving, your guides are coming through to say that they're working on that right now. That justice is coming in for you, so that where you felt like you've been shortchanged and overlooked or not recognized, um, that's shifting. So you're going to find opportunities coming your way that are going to rekindle your passion for whatever it is you do, or a relationship. And it's going to bring some kind of commitment, a contract, something where you're committed to build with someone. And it's going to bring stability. It's going to be justice. I do see contract signings. So it could be career, or it could be a marriage. But just know, if you feel like, oh, I'm doing too much, like I got two things going that I really value and I don't know which one I want to put down. Um, they're saying that you may be able to juggle. You may be able to do the two. But if at any point it feels overwhelming, just be wise enough to put something to the side. to come back to, not to totally discard. But you're not stuck in the situation, in this abundant or lack of abundance cycle. They're really saying that that energy is shifting as soon as you get into alignment with acceptance. When your inner child wounds can heal because you've accepted what you had to go through in order to be who you are now, you're going to see a shift in your abundance. Okay. That's what I got for you in regards to that, Stacy. I hope it resonated. I hope it made sense. Sending you light and love. My next VIP is Dominique Johnson. Okay, if anyone else sent a donation for today to be VIP, please write it in the comments. The last one after Dominique I have is Caitlin. Okay. If I'm incorrect and you send a donation, please write in the comments so that I know. Okay. Dominique, the inner child wound that is in the way of your abundance at this time. You're welcome, Stacy. You got goodies coming in though, girl. So yeah, something's coming in. If you've been feeling stuck in something, something's coming to get you out of that stuck energy. Okay, Dominique, you have needs. When I see this card, it makes me think of not expressing your needs, holding it inside. But we're going to look in the book as well. I'm just hearing having needs, having desires and wants, but not communicating them. Yeah, we all have needs, and much of the pain and violence we see in the world stems from unrecognized and unmet needs. One of the most powerful actions we can take is to meet our needs and the needs of our inner child. So there's something with your inner child that feels that has missed out on warmth, feeling safe, and having a consistency, constantly feeling supported. And you need to take a look within to see where you might have not felt safe as a child, not felt like you were getting that warmth and support constantly on a consistent basis, maybe from parents. And then you need to look at where your needs were being met. Because now there's a need for you to connect with your inner child, and your inner child needs to feel like their needs will be met now, whereas now there may be a suppressing of emotions and feelings because of past feeling like those needs weren't met anyway. Now it's like that's in the way of your abundance. Feeling like your needs aren't going to be met. What you need is not going to be given. You're not going to get the support that you need or whatever. And therefore, you don't expect much. And so you have to heal this aspect of your inner child to let it know that your needs are going to be met. You're older now. You're an adult. You went through what you went through, but now you're old enough to communicate clearly what you need in order to thrive and to feel good about yourself. All right. Oops. Okay. Well, your card said we here. So you have the Two of Wands reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay. So when you finally healed this wound, what has been kind of in the way for you, we have the Two of Wands here reversed. So there may be goals that you have had that you've given up on, like feeling like, oh, you want to travel but feeling like you can't, feeling like you want to move but feeling stuck, like I can't move, this is the end all be all for me. So when the Two of Wands is reversed, it gives me the energy of someone feeling like they have these dreams, these goals, they want to do things, or they did have them, but they kind of gave up because they weren't seeing it manifest or seeing how it could happen. Page of Swords reverse and the Nine of Wands reverse confirms giving up. Nine of Wands reverse is like the wounded warrior, like someone who feels like they put in a lot of work and now they're like, all right, so where's my blessings? I've done all this stuff. But with it reversed, it's kind of like the person is in the energy of, I put in a lot of work and I ain't getting nothing for it, and so I'm not doing it no more. With the Page of Swords reverse, um, maybe you dealt with people who weren't very honest in the past, and that also got in the way of wounded your inner child to not trust people when they say they're going to be there for you or support you. And this Nine of Wands and Page of Swords shows that you've kind of given up on people's word and on you being compensated for work that you've done or even recognized. The Knight of Pentacles is here next to the moon. There's some kind of money opportunity making its way towards you, but the Knight of Pentacles moves slow because the Knight of Pentacles is a perfectionist, meaning they're going to try to make sure everything is exactly the way it should be so that when prosperity starts to come in, it comes in good. It's no issues. But the moon is here letting me know there's some stuff they're not letting you see right now. Okay, there's some things beneath the surface that are going to rise up. I feel like by the next full moon. So, yeah, by the next full moon, there's something that's going to come to the surface. It could be emotionally based, but it's going to tie into this money that's trying to make its way to you. That's coming in slowly. This could be coming from a gift, somebody just giving to you and you're not expecting it, or it could just be an opportunity that you're not expecting that is coming your way. Okay. But get into the energy of knowing that your needs are going to be met, that your ancestors, especially, are working very hard to make sure what you want manifests and that you're covered and safe and taken care of, and that you don't always have to look to physical people to have your needs taken care of, that your spirit team got you back. Okay. And that's what I got for you, Dom. Hope that resonated. Sending you light and love. Is somebody like having a conversation right by my back door? So I got my back door open. I feel like I could hear somebody's whole conversation. All right, Caitlin. Let's see what inner child wound is in the way of your abundance. I never really felt like you struggled with abundance. I felt like one of your issues was not seeing your great accomplishments, always feeling like it wasn't good enough, like you have to do something more or something better or something greater. That's what I see with you. But, who am I? I'm just a vessel. Let's see what your guides want to say. Wow. When I split the deck, I saw this card and I said, no, this can't be Caitlin's. Shuffled it and it came right back. Limiting belief. You might be stuck in some limiting beliefs. What I'm hearing for that is believing that a certain example is success, or a certain lifestyle is success, and the little girl's in a cage. So it's like that inner child of yours is kind of stuck in this mindset, this belief that you can only get but so much or be but so abundant, or somebody else is always doing better or more than you and you have to try to keep up. So you're being asked at this time to release limiting beliefs. I'm going to read a little to you as well, since I did for everyone else. And yeah, they want you to really notice what is keeping this child in the cage. What are the thoughts and fears that prevent your inner child from stepping out of the cage and following your yearning to be free? What were the limiting beliefs you accepted as your own? Even beliefs that you could not be but so great, or do but so much, or, you know, I'm not so smart, or I don't communicate that well, or things that you repeat to yourself. These limiting beliefs are stored in your inner child, meaning people have said these things to you and embedded them in your inner child. And there's a need for you to realize that a lot of these limiting beliefs were lies or either no longer apply to you. Okay. Two of Swords reversed, Knight of Wands, the Emperor. This is what's trying to come in regards to abundance. you know, once you clear this energy up. 10 of Cups reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed. So what I give for you when it comes to your abundance, besides the limiting beliefs, you have difficulties making choices. 2 of Swords reversed, even when you know what you want to do. So this could have to do with careers or relationships, knowing that you want to make a certain choice, but hesitating to make the choice. You have a Knight of Wands here and you have an Emperor. So these could be two people, or this could be your energy. With the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who's a little, not young, but they're not old, old. All right. They may be kind of, maybe around your age. And this person is coming in very fast. They are very passionate about it, about you. I'm feeling like this is people. This person is coming in. They might feel like they're rushing towards you and very passionate. And then you have this Emperor who is a father, has a father's energy, is a leader, is a boss, is an authoritarian. And it just looks like you have a choice between these two, but you're scared to make a choice. But you already know what you want to do. 10 of Cups reverse and the 5 of Swords reverse. It's showing that there is a desire for some emotional happiness and fulfillment, but feeling like it, whenever you open up to it, there's a battle. Or every time you feel like, okay, I found my happiness or my 10 of Cups relationship, there's something behind the scenes. Like you constantly feel like you have to be on guard. You can't just relax into a relationship. Um, so they're not even talking about money here with you. They're talking about emotional limiting beliefs. Maybe you don't feel like this is possible to have your 10 of Cups, to have an abundance of happiness and joy. And you feel like you're constantly gonna, even when you get it, you'll have to be worried about this person sneaking, cheating, or whatever. And they're saying that you have to get rid of these limiting beliefs. That yeah, there's two people you have to make a choice between, um that you already know what you want to do. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune is reversed, showing that there's some karmic stuff around this. So one of these people could be karmic, like you just have lessons to finish with them, and the other one could be the one. Give me a sign. All right, the Page of Swords is coming through as karmic. Something about communication and being able to speak your truth seems to be the lesson with that Knight of Wands. All right, that is that Knight of Wands is teaching you to speak up and be clear about what you want and what you don't want. The Emperor has the Two of Cups card. This person is somebody you think is your soulmate or your divine mate. Um, are they actually? Yeah, they could be somebody you've been putting energy towards for a very long time. 7 of Pentacles, you've been waiting and waiting, and now you're starting to feel like I'm starting to see something grow here. Yeah, that's the Emperor. So in order to welcome the abundance of love that wants to come in, because that's what they're showing me, emotional fulfillment, you have to get rid of the beliefs that you're not lovable. You can't attract a committed relationship. You can't hold down that. You can't have a happy relationship without always having to be worried that something is going to mess it up. You have to trust and get rid of those old stale beliefs that are attached to past relationships. Okay. And that will open up the floodgates of an abundance of love and romance to come your way when you heal the limiting beliefs that make you feel like it's not possible. And that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. That's what I have for everybody today. Um, nice, quickie session. Had a good time. Now tomorrow I'll be ready to dance during the bonus session on my YouTube channel, 7 p.m. EST. Yeah, sending y'all so much light and love. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Love you guys and see you
Every
tomorrow.
year,
Bye.
you say you want to go to Africa, and you often can't shake that lack mindset. Lack of funds, lack of time, lack of knowledge. Bonessa is calling you to Guinea. What if you just took 2 weeks to invest in you? I'm offering you a retreat to Guinea, West Africa, the heartbeat of cultural arts and beautiful countrysides. But most importantly, this is a chance to revive your connection to yourself and this world. Vanessa is exactly what you need. Unlike any other cultural trip, this retreat will make sure you get balanced in mind, emotions, cultural arts, physically, and spiritually. Vanessa is Susu for peace. So let's bring in the new year reborn, refreshed, and remastered. From December 30th, 2025 to January 12th, 2026, we invite you to come experience soul-transforming energy and movement in Guinea with our teachers from Ballet Ansun. For more information and to make your deposit today, go to www.thesumacenter.com. Guinea is rich with culture, Guinea is beautiful, and Guinea is healing. Don't miss out on this opportunity to experience it all.